There. Yay.
There you are. Right on. Heidi, thank you so much for taking some time here to join the Toddcast.
I love it. I'm stoked. I watched some of your stuff. I was like, oh, damn, I recognize that voice.
Oh,
Yes, I know who
nice.
you are.
Nice.
Yeah.
I actually hadn't put it together when I asked you to be a guest that you were from Vancouver. So
Yeah.
that's
Born.
cool.
I know. Well, I'm born on the island. And then, yeah, I've been here for like 15 years now. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So you definitely would have heard me on CFOX.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
100%.
Okay. So WBFF World Bikini Champ.
I
Like
know. Pretty
how
crazy.
it's crazy. How
From the
long have you been taking fitness training seriously?
So it has been 11 years. I went and I got married. My first like, prepping for my wedding, I was like, I want to get in the best shape ever.
Yeah.
And I had a buddy who was a trainer and he trained me and he was like, you should try competing. And I'm like, oh, that was like a piece of cake. Like I could easily do that. I'm super like sporty. I'm like a total tomboy at heart too. Like I ride dirt bikes. I've always been into stuff. And
Yeah.
I was like, bikini posing, this is simple. It was like the hardest thing I've ever done because it's dieting is the huge part about it, right? And
Right. That's
training
got to be the toughest thing about what you do, right? Has to.
so much. Yes, that's the biggest one. And like no, like even like a simple thing like if you're going to dinner with friends or if you're going to go like anywhere, you have to pre-plan all your meals, your food, your water, your
You do
anything.
that. Like when you're approaching nutritional plans and all that, like are you one of those people that meal plans? Like I'm gonna have this
Yeah,
that you do, hey?
for sure. Yeah, meal prep for like yeah, and I'll meal prep for like the week. And I meal prep and I do the whole thing with my husband too. I just make him eat whatever I
Right.
whatever I eat. So, yeah.
Right.
So
And so how often are you working out then throughout the week? Is it does it vary?
oh no, no, every day. And I mean I still
Every
even
day?
like when so we call it like an on season and an off season.
Yeah.
Your off season, your calories go up and like your food intake goes up. But you don't stop working out. Like the pros don't stop working out. Like a lot of people just think you're done and that's it. Like it's my
Yeah, you
life.
think
Like
like yeah, you have a day off or two over the week. Like, no?
no, no, not usually. I'll like no, I love being active. Like the more I can do something, the better. If I go stir crazy after like 2 days, that's too much.
I bet.
I'm not a
And how was the
Netflix girl.
pandemic for you? Were you just going stir crazy?
Yeah, well, thankfully I have a home gym. Like downstairs, I have a full gym set up, so I was good. I would just work out and then I would drink wine. It was
Nice.
terrible. It was
That's
so
great.
yeah, like very non-conducive, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so what are your cheat foods then?
Oh, pizza all the way. I have a tattoo of pizza on me. Like I love pizza. Pizza and wine are like my love. And IPA beer. I love IPA beer too. I'm like obsessed with like a good IPA. You know
Yeah.
which one is really good is from it's called Fat Tug. It's from
Yeah,
Victoria.
yeah, yeah.
So good. That's
There's
like
so many amazing, we've had Red Truck
yeah,
since we
Red
launched
Truck.
in 2015. So they've been on for like 8 years or whatever. But like there's so many, especially
I
where I
know.
am in East Van. There's like, East
Oh,
Van Brewing, of course. There's like Parallel
so good.
49 and like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's so many good beers. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you're in the good spot for sure.
Oh, big time, big time. So I'm curious, Heidi, what would you say to somebody that's like, what kind of advice, I guess, would you give somebody that struggles to find the motivation to, to do it?
Good question. Like to compete or just like to just
Just
work out?
to, yeah,
No.
just to work out, just get healthy, fit.
To be honest with you, like the biggest thing I always say to people is even if it's a shitty workout or like going for a walk or something, like your natural endorphins, you just feel so much better after. Like you're just,
Like
it,
something's better than nothing.
for sure. I think people get this misconception that they need to, put in like 2 hours at the gym solid. Like my cousin and I have our own online program, like our fitness program, and our workouts are 20 minutes. That's it. Like they're
Oh,
max 20 minutes because a lot of people don't have time. They're like, oh, but you can get a crazy sweat on in 20 minutes. Let me
mm.
tell you.
So where do people find that?
It's called Fit in Six. So fit and then IN and then number 6.ca. So
Okay.
we have everything online, our Instagram, all that stuff. But yeah, and tons of programs. We have new programs every month that come out. I love it.
And,
It's fun.
and I know it feels like I'm loading this question up here for you, but
No.
what should somebody be looking for in a personal trainer?
Good question. Well, biggest thing is credentials. Like, like I think it's funny when so I'm gonna sound so bad, but it's the truth, I think, is when you go to the gym and you see these personal trainers and they don't look the part. It'd be like going to, like, I don't know, a radio convention, and this guy's super shy and he doesn't know what to do, and it,
Sure.
you, you know,
You're like, really?
right.
You're in radio? Like what?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you literally, look the part and walk the walk, talk the talk, right?
Right.
Like,
Like the before and afters on their website kind of thing. And
for sure. Or even just like, they don't have to be like on stage per se, but just the way that they, if they're not willing to like do like, okay, like an interview, like, okay, am I the right trainer for you? Right. Kind of thing. So as long as they have like knowledge behind them and good form, that'd be a big one too.
right, right. So of course you're also beyond the fitness stuff and the website and all that. You're also doing the Sahara Nights belly dancing.
Belly dance. Yeah. I've been
That
a belly dancer in
sounds terrible. So
Ter-
tell
so
us about
bad.
that. That sounds pretty fun.
I've been doing that for, oh my gosh, well, 15 years now. Like, me and my dance partner professionally, we dance all over the lower mainland. We're pretty much the top Vancouver belly dancers now. I've done everything. I've jumped out of wedding cakes with little like sparklers. I've danced on biggest stages. Yeah, I love it. And I think that's where like my love for stage has come, and I've done so well with bikini because I'm used to performing. And I was again, I'm a tomboy at heart, but like as soon as I saw a Shakira video when I was like 18 or whatever, I was like, that's it. I gotta learn how to do this. Like, this is cool.
Yeah.
So it
And,
was
and
game over.
what's the best thing about it? What's the worst thing? There has to be catty girls
Oh,
stuff, right? Of course.
well, no, because we usually dance like I'm at the level now. I sound so full of myself when I say this, but I'm at the level now. I don't really take classes. Like, we'll take like seminars or something, but it's the level where you go and you perform for people, right? So the one thing though is, and it's different cultures, right? But like some of the women do not like you dancing for their men or like
Oh, of
near
course.
yeah. So I've had that. We just need to know to like, veer off to the different table, right?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair, fair.
Yeah.
All right, Heidi, I want to get outside of fitness and of course what you're
Yeah.
looking for. So, what's the music like in your house as a kid growing up?
You're gonna laugh at this. It's like Ace of Base. Like, that was my parents. Ace of Base, Fleetwood Mac. It would be all like my parents were like old disco bunnies, and like they met at a disco. Like,
That's
it was,
cool.
ABBA and like Dancing Queen, and yeah, that
I
was.
had a lot of ABBA as a kid. Like I could probably sing. I hate to admit it, probably half their songs,
No, yeah,
or if not more.
it's yeah, a bit much, but they still like. It's funny because my dad's was very young, so I think he just kept up with what was going on in the 90s and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
like the new stuff, he even got into Tupac at some point.
really.
Yeah,
And didn't
California
Coolio
Love.
just
That
pass
was.
away a couple days back? I think Coolio
Oh, he did
just died.
yesterday. I
Yeah.
know, Gangster's Paradise,
Man,
man, all the way.
it just
Go.
I guess that's what happens when you get older is the people that are older than you die, but like it seems to be happening more and more. Like what the hell is
Oh,
going
that's
on?
we're getting old, Todd. Come
I
on,
know,
geez.
right? I know. And so what was your first concert that you went to?
Rolling Stones, actually.
Really?
Yeah, my parents took me and I was 10 years old to Rolling Stones. Yeah.
Wow. And what do you
It was
what stands out from that? Like what do you remember? What are the key things? Wow, that's a
my
huge
mom.
show.
It was huge. It was the
Huge.
Voodoo Lounge tour, and my mom. It was we were sitting beside this guy who was smoking weed, and my mom was like,
Of
"Oh
course.
God!" and she was trying to like cover my mouth. Like 10. So that's probably what stood out the most. And I
Yeah.
remember him like dancing on the stage, like just like, ooh, you know how Mick Jagger just like slides along, right?
All right. And still to this day, the guy's got to be like 80 something. And like I watched
Ridiculous.
some of his like working out to get ready for the stage, and it is like, you know,
You're like, what? How is
even in your 40s, good luck. Like,
I
good luck.
know. I love, but you know what I think his key is, and I always tell this to my people, they keep going. You know, you
That's
get
what it is.
old.
They haven't
Yes.
stopped.
No, you get old when you stop. So just like working out or whatever you're doing in life, just keep doing it.
Keep
Right?
doing it. Absolutely. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why, for sure, for sure. One last music question for you. It's going to really show us what you're all about.
Okay.
It's the cliche question of the deserted island. You're stranded. Which
Right?
3 albums do you need?
Okay, you're gonna be like, what in the hell? Okay, so I would 100%. Do you know who Bone Thugs and Harmony
Hmm.
is?
Hmm.
So Bone Thugs and Harmony, I think it's East 1999. For sure, Ice Cube. Oh my gosh, what is that like? I can't think of the album. It's white. I remember this as a kid.
Yeah,
Ah, do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know an
Today
album
was a good
on it as
day.
well.
Today was a good day.
Y- Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
album.
You know, I saw Ice Cube when he was on the Lollapalooza '92 tour, and it was through
No.
the T-Burt Stadium, and it was so good. It was like Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Ministry, Ice Cube,
What?
Chili Peppers, like Tool on the side
Oh,
stage. Crazy shit.
see, that's rad. I would
Yeah,
have, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So that, and then I would go for old Snoop Dogg. So I'm all rap.
The Doggy Dog. I love it.
Doggy, doggy style. Those
Yeah,
three.
doing it doggy style.
Bone
Uh,
Thugs, though, for sure,
do-
number one.
All right. Do you have a celebrity crush?
And
Or is that just for younger kids?
no, I think like, well, no, I love Ashton Kutcher. I like the skinny model looking type of dudes.
Yeah.
So Ashton for sure. He'd be
And he
number
plays
one.
just such lovable characters too, right?
Oh, yeah,
It's hard
yeah.
not to love the guy.
He's so cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Are you a gambler?
Not really, no. I mean, sure. I mean, I don't mind blackjack. It's kind of fun. But
Yeah, I
like
like blackjack. Yeah.
yeah, I
Well,
like
that's the
to
one
go
you
for
actually have the most chance, of actually beating the house is blackjack.
blackjack.
That is geared the most to the player.
Right? I agree with that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. So, what do you like when you go to Vegas? Have you been to Vegas?
I like that's like my second. I feel like it's my second home. I've been married in Vegas twice.
Are you
I
married in Vegas twice? Okay, yeah. I had my stag in Vegas, and it was insane. I was dressed head to toe in a red Mountie outfit, like
what?
spandex, with like
That's
the gum boots and the hat and the sash or whatever the hell it's called, and like
so rad. That's
the
awesome.
women loved that. They were frisking pretty
Oh,
good.
they wanted a big old mount, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Vegas
no,
is crazy.
Vegas is yeah, I love it. We probably go at least like 3 times a year. Like my
Oh
show was
shit!
just in
Wow,
Vegas.
wow.
Yeah, or my competition's there every year. It's a big one.
Right. So, how long do you stay for? Just a couple days? Like, you can't really stay in Vegas for much more than a couple, 2, 3 days,
God,
right? Like,
I was there for a week. Because we had to go for my competition. We had to go for like it's like 4 days long.
yeah.
So we had to go like before, and then I had to obviously stay after and like have
Oh, of
fun and go
course.
top golf and drink my face off, which I did. So
Yeah.
yes, that's like my go-to. The next day it was top golf, and one of my best friends came this time. She got married the next day, so that was so fun. Like it
Oh,
was
that's cool.
such an epic day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Vegas. I mean, and I think that I've been so many times on stags and stuff, and like good big groups of really good friends that like I just couldn't. I don't know if I could just do it myself now. Like it's got to be like
You're like, has to be like
there's a reason for it. Like it's a destination now, right?
something. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
there's always something going on. Going down for SEMA show, which is the big car show
Oh
in
yeah, yeah,
November.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd go and like do hosting and stuff, and
Oh
got
shit, no, that's
lots of
cool.
irons in the fire. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Then no shit. You have a lot. Hey, so, are you a big car fan? Like, what was your
I
first car?
love I love cars. For sure right now I'm like crushing big time on the brand new Corvettes. But
Yeah,
like my car of all cars, I love it, is the R8. I love my Audi R8. That's
yeah,
black on black. I want a blacked out, murdered out car. I love that car.
yeah.
I drove it in Vegas at the speedway there, and it was like, Oh, it was so fun. They let you drive as fast as you want, and it was nuts. It was so fun.
Crazy, balls out fast, and those cars are so like I used to have an Audi A4 Quattro, and those things like even an A4 was fucking mental, like
I
crazy
know, they're
fast.
fun. I know, they're a fun car. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
What was your first car?
Oh, okay, it's super cool. I'm a I love cars, but I'm like a gangster girl. I was back then.
Yeah.
I had a lowrider. I had a truck. I had a
No
pink
way. Shut up.
lowrider S10, yeah, with airbags and a huge like
Right.
two Frankenstein 12-inch subs. Like I was so
What?
cool. Gee, I told you I was a tomboy. Like I thought I was the coolest thing ever. So,
That's pretty badass. I had a 73 Corolla.
oh, not badass. Was it
No,
yellow?
not badass. No, no. Got me from point A to point B.
B.
Uh, what are you binge watching lately?
So that's so funny. Okay, like people always ask me, I'm not a TV person at all. Like
Really?
Netflix, no. If anything, I'll watch like I like stand up. Like I love Joe Coy is like my go-to stand up guy right now.
Wasn't he just in Vancouver? Did you see the show?
Yes, I was so sad. I just missed it. I was like, damn it.
I heard
But
about it after the fact. I'm like, how the
uh,
fuck does that slip
I
by? How does that slip
know.
by?
I don't know. I was so sad. I was like, no.
So
But
good. He's so funny. Bill Burr. Do you get into Bill Burr at all?
yes, he's hilarious.
Love,
Yeah.
love me, Bill Burr. Like,
I know. Yeah, I like watching that stuff, but like I don't know, I
yeah.
don't like to yeah, I don't know, not too big on the what do you like? You like TV stuff too or what?
Well, I mean,
Obviously.
yeah, I mean, I do. Yeah, there's certain stuff I do like to watch. Like I love the new, there's the new Star Wars series that is out, and of course, I
Okay.
watch that stuff with my kids because they love it, and they drag me to certain shows and stuff. But I guess I'm kind of, it's, I have it kind of in the background as I'm like maybe doing some podcast work, so I'm not really truly watching the
Like
shows.
focus
Like,
on yeah.
yeah, but they're like everybody else, all the regular stuff. Like, there's so many really really intense good shows that it's hard to not check them out and kind of get
Watch.
pulled in, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah. Maybe
who's the
one day
most?
I will, I don't know. Like
Yeah, maybe, but doesn't sound like it. But who's
I'm too busy. Who's like,
yeah,
"Ugh."
who's the most famous person you've met?
I met Limp Bizkit. I met
Oh,
Fred Durst in Australia. I used to live in Australia, and I met him at the club that I was working at. So he would be one, and then I'm trying to think anybody else.
he's pretty
Uh,
huge. That's worldwide. Like
yeah,
everybody knows
people
Limp
know him,
Bizkit.
right?
Yeah,
I
sure.
got him to like sign my stomach. I was working at a strip club when I was young. I wasn't a stripper, but I was like a waitress, and
Yeah.
we had to wear these like tiny little shirts that were like nothing. And he came in. I was like Limp Bizkit, and I was like,
Holy shit.
can you sign my? I didn't have anything. He's like, let me sign your stomach. I was like, okay, like
Nice. Nice.
stupid. So yeah, that's maybe my only one person that I could think of that was yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I want to respect your time here, and we'll wrap it up in a few more questions here. So I'll hit
No,
you
I love it.
with a few tricky ones too. Actually, I think.
Okay, I
Could
like tricky.
could you pick a career highlight? Could you nail it down to one thing, or is that too hard?
Well, I'm like, there's a lot. I'm like, not. I don't want to say like. I'll wrap it up in like 2 seconds. I did movie stunts. I've done. Well, I just won the world title. Karate. I went to the World Martial Arts Games in Australia. I don't. I'm like, oh, what? That's a good.
I know,
I
right?
guess
Hard to
right now,
pick.
huh?
It's hard to pick.
Yeah, I think right now would be my world title because that one was like a 10-year one of coming that I wanted to, and very hard title to get that one.
Oh, I bet. How many competitors are
Well,
involved?
there's hundreds. There's
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds, and there's hundreds of girls that you have to like win your like a title, like you have to win like a regional kind of title kind of thing. Like you want to win like a LA. I won a US title 2 years before, a year before the pandemic, and then everything kind of went to poop. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Kind of. Yeah. Slightly.
yeah, slightly. So yeah, yeah,
So basically, it's just a bunch of winners taking on each other.
pretty much. Yeah,
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 that's pretty cool. I
yeah.
would say that's the highlight for sure. Yeah. Um, Share a near death story with us where you're like, "Holy fuck, I could have died just now."
I feel like every time I do a wine tour with one of my best friends, I was like, how did we survive through that? We go on these like 3-day epic wine tours and they end up yeah, that would well, I did stunts, so I don't know. I was lit on fire. I've been, I don't know, jumped out of, yeah.
Willingly set on fire.
Willingly set on fire. Yes.
That's awesome. Would you say that's one of your coolest jobs you've had?
I think so. I think it was cool, but it's a lot, those are long days and like,
Yeah.
it's not always glamorous. You're
Did
just
you ever
sitting around
did you ever get
waiting.
hurt at all? Like substantially
No,
or no?
no, no. Did I have? No, I didn't, thank God. But
Yeah.
no, I was okay.
I
But
would
it
think
wasn't,
there's chances of that all the time.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And this was like, oh my God, when I was young, so I could have bounced back right away when many
Yeah.
moons ago.
It gets worse and worse too as you get older, right? Like,
No, it's not fun, is it? Like when
yeah.
we get older, like, oh God, like mid-30s onwards is like, wow, it's been tough. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. You gotta rethink the way that you used to live,
totally,
for sure. All right, last one now. This is the biggest one.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, see, I already know this.
Oh, good. Good,
Yeah.
great. People that have
You're like,
goals,
please.
like that's the way to do it. Like, be ready. Be ready.
No, be ready.
Life
I
comes at
see
you fast.
like I see myself, husband and I have a couple businesses in the States. So I see myself living in San Diego in 5 years and having my own show online. That's my goal, and I'm gonna make it happen.
That's very cool. Have you got a name in mind? Have you got an
It's
idea
gonna be
show?
called
Like,
Tomboy. It's gonna be called Tomboy, and it's gonna be like this is kind of what we're doing. Like, I maybe shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It in Vegas, when I go to CMAP, we're gonna filming like a pilot for it to see where it goes. But basically, I go and I interview other women that are like me, that are like cute and like to like shoot guns or like race cars or golf or do fun stuff, and then I interview these women.
that sounds awesome.
Right? Kind of fun,
Yeah,
right?
totally. That's
Cool
cool.
chicks
That's
doing
cool. Like,
things,
how exciting
right?
is that to have like that all ready and planned out, and you're gonna have a film crew around you and shit?
Well,
That's
this
gonna
is
be
this
pretty
is
awesome.
what we're going for. So you never know where life takes you, right? That's the biggest thing I think I like to tell all my people that like I would never like 5 years ago, I would never see myself where I am right now. So you never know like what doors
Right.
open.
Right.
So I think that's fun in a way. You can have a goal and a dream, but like I think if you keep working towards it, be open to whatever happens because there's lots of things along the way that you'll be like, holy shit, that happened? Or like, what? Like, I have a chicken restaurant. Is that random or what? Because a year ago, I would not think that I'm owning a chicken restaurant and we're opening another one next week and I'm going to it. Like, it's just nuts?
Nice. Nice. Right. Go
Who
with the
knew?
flow. Go with the flow. You never know what's gonna happen.
That's kind of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm feeling like that lately since, getting out of radio and getting into podcasting and building shows and all that. Like,
But
I feel the exact same way.
I think it's super cool. And like, you have so much reach as it is, and you can just keep going with that, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
all you need right there is that microphone and phone,
It,
right? That's the
work
coolest thing.
work hard. That's it.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
it. That's it.
Yep.
Work hard no matter what in life. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And breed good babies that are not pussies in the world. I can't
There you
stand,
go.
I can't stand the ones that you like tell them they're like, oh, they're like broken. Like, oh, I can't do that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I was walking home from
I
school,
know.
like,
It's like, where are we going with society?
right.
It's like
Yeah.
watching shows like, oh, what's happening to us?
It's just not okay. Like, just like, I
I
think
agree.
you learn on strife. Like if you go through things, then you learn that, okay, I'm not gonna do that again, or
Right,
you
make
learn
some make some mistakes. Fucking pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Like,
right. Yeah.
yeah,
Don't be a pussy.
don't be a pussy as we wrap it up. You're easy to find. Are you active on Twitter? I know that you are on Instagram.
On Instagram and like Facebook, old school Facebook.
Yeah.
I was on what's it called, TikTok, but I don't know. I feel like if I'm better and like YouTube at like one or two platforms really good.
Yeah.
Twitter, I'm on there, but not really. It's
Yeah.
Twitter's really big in the States, not as much in Canada, hey?
Hmm. I'm not
You
sure.
think?
I mean, I just plow my Twitter with a whole bunch of shit, and
Oh,
it
and
sticks.
then see where it goes. Maybe I'll start
Yeah.
doing that again.
I mean, I'm probably at the point of like spamming people, but it's spam of like content though. It's not like I'm like buy this beer all the time. It's like, hey, there's
No,
a cool guest, and here's this cool story I wrote, and here's this cool
I love it.
podcast, and like, yeah. So,
Yeah, no,
uh,
it's just my name on there to just be Mrs. Heidi Cannon. So
Heidi
yeah.
Cannon on Twitter, and then it's Heidi.Cannon.boom on
Boom
Instagram.
boom. Yeah, that's my nickname. Boom boom.
Boom Boom. Okay, I was going to ask that because I was like, is that like any relationship to the Boom Booms in Vancouver, the band?
Oh yeah, no, it's
That's
just
what
straight up.
those guys are, right? Like it's like
That's
they're
right.
like whatever Boom Boom, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I wonder
no,
if
no.
okay.
Just like the cannon. The cannon makes a boom boom, boom.
Ah, yes.
Ah,
Now
yes.
I'm picking it up. Awesome, Heidi. Thank you again for jumping on, and it's
I love
great to
it.
meet you. And we'll see
Yeah,
you online.
I'm so excited.
Awesome.